All right, Trevor, you want to yell before I bring us in? Because you always yell as I bring us in.
Can you move the t-shirt? Like, can we like pretend like we care a little bit? Jesus Christ.
Lee.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dirt Drive Podcast.
Holy shit.
Awful.
I had to get it in before Trevor yelled.
What?
All right. Ready? No. What's up, guys?
Welcome back to the Dirt Drive Podcast.
Excellent. I knew you were going to interrupt somehow. I love you, Trevor. I miss not having you on the podcast sometimes. I know you can't make it all the times, but life gets in the way, and that's fine.
It's big mustard, man.
It is big mustard.
Hold on, before we get too deep, do we lock the doors, or did somebody just walk in?
Oh, Brian's brother probably just walked in. He sent him up here with his toolbox key because he needed a tool.
Well, as you can hear and as you can see, we're at the shop again. We've changed locations again at the shop. This is the original shop location. We are in Tom's office. Trevor is joining us today. He was here wrenching on the Comanche while Tom and I were creating content for the YouTubes.
We're tubers.
Tubing it, if you will. I know this is going to be super future past. It's future past because it's future past with podcast, but now it's also super future past because it's super future past with YouTube video content as well.
Super duper future past.
It's almost like we don't have any free time in life.
I know. The first video was good. The second video...
First video was horrendous.
It was good because we did it.
It was awful. I told you.
That's one way of looking at it.
I said, please watch this before you post it, and clearly you did not watch it because I probably could have fixed half of the problems with that.
Okay, I fix it and I'll repost it. You re-upload the video file to...
Hey, Tim, did you listen to that episode and make sure that all that bad stuff was cut out? Yeah.
It was
Let me
enough.
know what you think so I can do a final edit. It's premiering on Friday. Oh.
Sounds good.
Oh, well.
Anyway, we'll get better.
Yeah, we will. And that's how the whole thing works, is you grow and you get better.
Something like that.
I feel like
Hopefully.
the second video that's coming out in the middle of December needed work. The third video is going to be the best one yet.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm more confident in the editing side of it.
Yeah.
So, like, now that I know what the editing side looks like as we're going, I'm piecing together, like, oh, this is how we're going to do it.
Like, and we're actually having, like, production meetings. Hey, this is what we're going to do. This is kind of how we want to shoot this.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, we're having meetings about production.
I mean,
we're talking about
yes,
it.
Yes.
Could have been an email.
It's not a Zoom call.
Oh, thank God.
But Trevor, what the hell have you been up to? I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you.
It's been like
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I mean, from in the podcast.
Yeah, from a podcast
It's been like
standpoint,
8 months since you've been on the podcast.
I know.
No,
Big
he was
mustard-
on,
Big Mustard
Big
took him
Mustard.
down.
That was
Man.
Thanksgiving. That was Tuesday, Thanksgiving.
Big mustard.
Took him down.
Took him down. We still haven't figured out what Big Mustard is, what the conspiracy is.
I feel like they're down, but they're not out. I feel like they'll be back.
That's what I want you to
yeah.
think.
It's like Chumbawamba.
Yeah. Last week, Tom and I talked about a Christmas wish list. Is there anything you'd like to add to a Christmas wish list for like an off-roader or like camper or anything?
I thought of something.
Did you?
A money tree sapling.
I was going to say cash is always good.
Cash is always good.
So I can plant it in my backyard.
Yeah.
Raise it from the, dropping ones to dropping
from the
hundreds.
pennies to the dimes to the hundos.
Something like that.
But we also... we can come back to y'all. I'll plant the seed. I'll plant the seed in your boy.
Easy. Jesus.
But last week we also talked a little bit about Motor Trend and roadkill and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I had a little more time to do a little bit more research on that. And there's not much more research to be done. It's just kind of over.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. No, I think it is unfortunate that it's over because these guys started it, but they didn't own it.
Sure.
Now they're able to, like we've talked about before, is they all have their own YouTube channels. Now they're actually able to collaborate together on YouTube to make the content that was being limited by producers in the past.
Yeah, I think the the key factor here is, I mean, at the end of the day, it's TV, right?
Yeah.
It's network TV. All of your favorite shows have come and gone over the years, so like this just falls in that same category.
Yeah.
Except Law and Order.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah,
SVU
And,
still going.
What's the other one?
Days
Deadliest
of Our
Catch.
Lives.
Deadliest
Deadliest
Catch
Catch is still on.
still on.
I haven't had cable in 5 years.
It's like
so
24 years old. Deadliest Catch is old.
I feel like
man.
probably the
Wow.
soap operas probably still have the record, but
Well,
that's a
yeah,
long. That's a long.
I don't even.
time.
Do they? I think they have their own list though. Like
They
they're-
do.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Like daytime TV.
But like I feel
Yeah.
like it was just recently that SVU finally broke the all-time record
Oh,
of
yeah, yeah.
episodes. 'Cause that thing,
That's crazy.
like they're gonna be in a nursing home by the end of that,
yeah, really.
just wheeling around.
You can only get promoted so many times as they fire people.
SNU Special Nursing Unit.
So yeah, I mean, I obviously it's always disappointing. However, I think because they've already had their presence on YouTube established, like it's gonna be it's gonna be a natural transition.
Yeah.
So from a fan and a content standpoint, like there's nothing you have to do to start following them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like just and you
But-
can
but
also
like-
follow us on YouTube.
Yeah,
New content every week. Or every
Every
2
other
weeks.
week.
Every other week.
easy there.
Maybe
Timothy.
more. We're talking about doing more. Trevor has flirted with the idea of doing his nerd nuggets, so that's something easy to do. There's almost no
Yeah.
edit. I mean, it depends on how you do it. There's almost no editing.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, hey, this is kind of like this is a torque wrench, or
Still
like,
got to get PJ his outfit.
Oh yes.
oh, he's gonna lap coat.
What was he calling himself?
So it's Professor Jeep
That's
is
what it
the
was.
character, and each letter is one name. So it was going to be like Professor Joseph Edward, like something Pomada,
Yeah.
and he's going to do a British voice and have the whole like safari,
Oh,
like
I
the
like
British
that.
safari outfit, and it'll just be like, today we'll be talking about torque wrenches.
That's good. I like that. But that's something easy we can do. That's a one shot, one take.
Yeah.
PJ rambles
Yeah,
about
not
Not
nothing.
with
for-
PJ, it won't be.
I think 2025 is going to be a big Dirt Nerds content year.
But so to come back to the Motor Trend thing is, we are back to the content creator owning their content,
Yeah.
which is awesome. Like, I know it sucks
Well-
that we lost Roadkill. We lost Dirt every day.
So I think-
like corporate media doesn't see the value in the automotive content creation anymore.
I
I
they,
disagree.
I think they do, but you also have to look about money in as well as money out.
I think what they're realizing is they can't compete with YouTube. So like if using Roadkill as an example, they did what was it 13 seasons,
13
14 seasons
yeah.
of the exact same thing over and over and over again, which in the TV world is normally an automatic death, right? After 3 seasons of doing the same thing, you're dead. So the fact that they got 13 seasons out of it
It's impressive.
is super impressive, and I think Motor Trend is well, it's not even Motor Trend; it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it's Discovery.
It's what like they have to stick with
Don't need to drink into the mic.
they have to stick with what's trending, and I think they recognize the fact that like, hey, our best hosts, our best characters have YouTube presence on the side on their own, right? Like, look at Tony Angelo.
He's killing it.
He left, and he's got 250,000 followers at this point.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they don't need to do the same content over and over and over again, which is super expensive. Like, I don't think they weren't necessarily, like, people were watching it. I think viewership was down ever since the paywall hit and all the other factors. But, like, I mean, Freiberger and Finnegan talk about it. The shows exist. They're not taking them off
and
the air.
the 13th season airs between 2025
Right.
and 2026.
Right.
So there will still be new new
Right.
Roadkill content
Yeah.
next year.
They're just not filming.
They're just not
new
filming anymore.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, I think that was writing on the wall, bound to happen, whatever you want to call it. 5 years ago, the fact that they made it as far as they have is really
Yeah,
impressive.
13 seasons of an unscripted, non-reality
Yeah.
show.
And let's be honest, they're going to continue Roadkill on YouTube. They won't call it
Yeah.
Roadkill because they can't. But I can guarantee you,
Road death.
Freiberger and Finnegan will get together, buy some piece of junk, and drive it to SEMA or drive it on
the other cool thing is there'll be
whatever.
twice as many episodes because you'll have Finn filming his side, David filming his side, and I'll watch both.
Yeah,
with no question, I'll watch both. And they'll have the combined income of their YouTube to go bigger and crazier than ever before.
Well, and if you really,
I don't know if you can go crazier than Stubby Bob. I think Stubby Bob is the craziest.
I think we're not going to see that good of stuff because of the insurance involved in it.
Yeah.
Or the Twin Pala. We might see a Twin Pala.
Yeah.
I think
I'm curious to see, and I can't remember if it was Finnegan or Freiberger that said it in their farewell video. They're offering all the cars built to the shows that built them first.
Yeah.
So like Stubby Bob is going to be available to Finnegan and Freiberger before it's available to anybody else for sale.
that's kind of nice.
So like, what if Lucky,
that's what they did with
Lucky or Tony?
That's what they did with
buy the Twin Pala back.
The off-road Challenger was the same way. Someone from neither Finn or Freiberger wanted it. Someone from the staff bought it.
Sure.
And it was at their most recent duct tape drags or something like that.
But even Dirthead Dave bought the backwards Jeep thing that that Fred built for UA 10 years ago or whatever it was. So like, I'm curious to see how many of those roadkill cars live on YouTube. Like, does Tony buy back the Twin Pala? Does Lucky buy back the Twin Pala and his YouTube channel blows up? Like,
they twin supercharge it.
Yeah. Like they're like Stubby Bob. Like, we'll probably see Stubby Bob again. There's no way that Stubby Bob dies.
No, Stubby Bob can't die.
Somebody is buying that. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be good content.
Yeah, yeah, and the collaboration between they had the creative freedom before. Freiberger said in his video, the show staff was just there to produce the show.
Yeah, and pay the bills.
Yeah. Finn and Freiberger got to do whatever the hell they wanted. Within reason. But
Well, there's always going to be a reason, which is normally called a budget.
Yeah.
But I think the other half of it, too, is like, we've talked about it before, a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff where, sure, the cars were maybe running and driving, but there was still a lot of work that was still had to go into them, all that stuff. They were on a deadline for certain things, so they had 10, 15 guys in the background.
That's where Roadkill Garage came in.
Yeah.
Is Finn and Freiberger would build it.
Yep.
Hot Rod Garage.
Hot Rod Garage.
Yeah.
But then you also have Roadkill Garage later with Dolchitz and
Finn and Freiberger would build it, leave it just bad enough to be street legal.
Yeah.
And then Tony and Lucky would come in and make it better.
Now these guys
are safer
because they have their own channels and they can actually take their time with it. You're going to get naturally more content out of it because they're actually going to be completing the project. Like, you're not just seeing it
done right.
Hey, we have to finish this in 9 days.
Right. They're not condensing 1 week into a 44-minute episode.
Yeah, they're condensing 1 week into like 2.5 months worth of episodes.
Because even when it was streaming, they were all designed for network.
Yeah,
because they were also played on the network shows. So they're 22-minute episodes, right? Like that. Like, you got to have 8 minutes of commercials. So like that's a lot. Like, you're missing a lot of good stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like,
and those guys were getting burnt out too because they're being forced to have these 16-hour days doing this crap to condense everything down. And now, when he's done, he's like, I only worked 4 hours today. That's fine.
That's
whatever.
What Tony talked about when he left was it wasn't so much that there was any problem. It was just it's
hard.
It's
hard.
2 weeks in LA doing 16-hour days just to fly home. It's time away from your family, everything else. Yeah. There isn't a whole behind-the-scenes crew. It's not overhauling.
Yeah. So. And like you were saying about the 22-minute episodes, that's kind of what we're doing, short episodes to start.
Yeah, but we're not locked in. But we're not locked in.
You also get weeks worth of content, which would be a 22-minute episode. Yeah. Or if it was like overhauling, it'd be a 44-minute episode. Right. But now you get
you can pick and choose.
Series. Yeah. And then at the end, we're planning on doing, I don't know if you're working on it as you go, the full 2-hour-long video. So as you're making episodes, you kind of work.
I haven't. I've considered doing that, but I think the editing production skills are going to have to get significantly better to pull that off.
So just wait till the end and figure it out then.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the project I'll do that with.
Okay.
But at some point, I would like to do like 3-hour long builds.
Beginning to end.
Yeah. And then because that like the home builder YouTube channel I watch, Perkins Builder Brothers. That's what they do, and but it's like a 40-part. Every 2 days they put out an episode, and then when it's done,
they just
like a month later, it's like, hey,
together.
Here's the 2-hour version. Yeah. If you'd rather watch it build straight through, and it's less content than you get if you watch the twice a week video, but it is also like cool to sit there and watch it go straight.
Yeah, and then the nice thing is you get to double down on the same content.
Yeah,
it doesn't take any more filming; it just takes more editing.
They typically do more like artsy B-roll type stuff of the build, so like it's a little bit more complete of like watching the house be built kind of thing versus here's 22 minutes of us pouring a foundation.
I've known Tom for a long time, and I just never took you for the interest in being in like the home builder carpentry stuff.
What?
I've remodeled every room in my house myself.
Okay. Do you do drywall?
His one.
No, it's the one thing I won't do drywall.
Okay, because I need to do drywall here coming up.
His other thing is
your father-in-law has a great guy for drywall.
He prefers to work with metal because you can fill that in with weld. If you cut too much wood, you're screwed.
Yeah, I'm better.
That's been his rule ever since I've known him.
Yeah, if you're a 16th short when you cut your 2x2 tube down, you just space it a 16th and weld it up. If you cut your trim a 16th short, you have to throw it away and start over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woodworking is dumb, which is why I like watching it on YouTube more than doing it.
It is really an art.
Yeah.
It is really an art.
What do you mean?
I think it's all art.
Yeah.
I honestly think all trades are art when they're done right.
You're gonna get to see
more than anything
how much
else.
I like carpentry when you help me rebuild my deck next spring.
Yikes!
It's gonna be a nice deck. We're gonna trim the hedges around it, make it look a little bigger.
Hey, hey!
It's a nice big hardy wood deck.
Nice hardwood.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
I'll polish it up real good.
I was just cleaning it. I swear.
Trevor,
just cleaning it.
What have you been up to on the Comanche? Because it's actually in the shop.
Yeah.
It's been doing things.
So it is once again running. Because
I'm once again asking for your assistance.
I'm always asking for assistance. Because we finally got it running at the old shop when old Brian was working there,
And then it was parked for 2 years.
So and then because me and PJ had gone through, we replaced we were going to replace the brake booster, master cylinder, all that stuff. We found a whole bunch of leaks in all the brake lines, so we ended up moving it outside, and then it just sat. And then we moved to the new shop, and it's been parked. And then new Brian got it running again, and about 3 days later, the fuel pump finally crapped out. Who knows if it's the original fuel pump or if it got switched when the new motor got put in, whatever. So this couple days ago, day before Thanksgiving, actually, came in, took out. I had already taken out the old fuel pump, made a pickup tube in the housing, got the filter back on, got that back in, and then Wednesday before Thanksgiving, got a low pressure fuel pump put in.
Nice. So you put in like an actual low pressure fuel pump.
Yeah, so it's an inline pump. Got it set up to sit.
Tom's trying to do something. Ooh.
It's got a nice little cam in there. We did it for torque only. It had nothing to do with the
It's a Summit Racing truck cam. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Because obviously not going for speed. So just going for some low end torque there.
Yeah. It's stock valve train. It's literally just a
50-year-old valve train.
Yeah.
No, it's got new lifters in it.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Yeah, we did, because when we first got it from you, we did take it like almost all the way apart.
Good. You needed to.
Yeah. Because somebody forgot to torque the heads.
Listen, I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing.
I'm going to give you this motor, but the heads may be toast because I drove it and the coolant went everywhere.
Evan went through the heads. We put the cam in it.
Yeah, thankfully nothing wrong with the heads, but he got him cleaned up, like he does.
Yeah, Evan and that machine shop being so close is really a godsend.
Oh yeah,
It's also dangerous because it gives me way too much confidence in projects that I shouldn't be doing.
Having a high quality machine shop, like a world, I don't know if a world renowned, but like a nationally known machine shop.
Yeah, world class
machine shop that close is dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, it's funny how you do certain things to get stuff running, and then when you finally go to button everything up and you realize, I should probably redo that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you gotta
like
go backwards.
all the fuel line, everything had just been hacked to pieces. You know, it was loose and dangling because we didn't know exactly how it was going to be run.
When we originally set up that 3-link, we just used like spare hardware that I had in the garage. So like half of the, which is funny because it got record towed.
Yeah.
Over here, like it was not on a flatbed. Like it was
like the front tires were up in the back.
Oh yeah.
And I
yeah.
totally forgot that like some of those control arms did not have nuts on them. Mm-hmm. And I told the guy, I was like, I remember telling the tow truck driver, like, hey,
Just be gentle.
Go slow. This thing's never been on the road before. And you're good.
He was just ripping down here.
No,
we didn't watch. We got in the truck and left.
He said I
was like, that's his problem now.
When he got here, I think he said that he never got over 30 miles an hour.
Yeah,
That's good.
He took all backwards.
Yeah. But
I mean, it's really all backwards every
all
year.
Well, he stayed off 28.
all the suspension, like all the control arms are bolted down, like fully bolted down.
New bolts.
Ready to go.
Nice.
Correct bolts.
I mean, technically the bolts that were in there were correct.
Were they the right diameters?
Yeah.
They were just too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, really only one of them was it was the one that was going up through the third arm.
The third link.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, we just dug through the kitty litter bucket looking for,
and we somehow managed to find
9/16 hardware.
6 bolts that worked.
Gets the job done.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, got the new fuel pump in. Everything was running. Brian was tearing his hair out on Wednesday because it just wouldn't fire up for anything.
Yeah.
And we were like, he once he gets started on something, he's been geeking out over that thing.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, I'm gonna take the carb off and pull it apart and clean it. I was like, okay, do
you
you?
Shove the Edelbrock on there?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My guess was it just gummed up from sitting with fuel in it. And
So.
Yeah, the more I've learned about carbs the last few years is that Edelbrock is not really the way to go. Holly's the name of the game when it comes to like, good carbs.
It'll be one of those
but
things.
I didn't know that. Like Edelbrock is a cool name and they make cool products for like EFI stuff.
Show you how much.
Not as cool as Holly.
Let me show you how much it matters.
Young influential me thought Edelbrock was the fucking shit.
That's how much it matters.
Yeah.
It runs.
And like, maybe at some point.
If we're trying to squeeze 5 more horsepower out of it.
Like the tunability of a Holly is unmatched.
Brian did mention that old Brian. He did say that some of the maintenance stuff is obviously a little bit easier.
And there's a Holly style carb lane in one of your boxes down here.
That goes on the 360.
Okay.
Yeah. But so like maybe at some point it'll get swapped off like if eventually everything breaks and wears down. But
I was at some point go to a sniper.
Yeah.
Or that comes back out and an LS goes in it. Like,
But now it's really the last big thing that needs to happen right now is we got to modify the cross member a little bit because it's sitting
drive shafts
right in front of where the drive shaft's got to park up to the transfer
I will say
case.
if that motor ever gets pulled, that motor always needs to stay in a DirtNerds project.
Okay.
I'll buy it back and I'll put it in something that'll sit on a shelf.
Yeah.
We'll
it's
just
not
do
like we did anything to it.
We'll do the Finn and Fry, just trade motors for hundreds of years.
We could stick it in the XJ.
Yeah, literally dropped it in pretty much as it came out.
You're going to need a
the
V8
Camaro.
because now that thing runs.
Yeah.
And like once the CJ's sold, the YJ will run, and then you'll be the only one without a V8.
I'm fine not having a V8.
PJ doesn't have a V8.
PJ's going to have a V8.
PJ's going to always swap that thing. PJ's going to be in the Rockstar garage,
can only
freaking
hope.
all that stuff very soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Whether he's shooting film or shooting video, like PJ will have a V8 in that thing, and he will be keeping up running cameras the whole time.
I mean, he's getting his tons ready for it, so that'll be the first big thing.
He
But
just bought a house, so.
but he's already got the tons.
Yeah, but that's all he's got.
yeah, true.
He just bought a house, so
he's got a buddy. He's got a buddy with a CNC plasma cutter. He can build everything else.
He's got at least 6 months before he even thinks about working on his Jeep again.
Yeah,
we all know how home ownership goes.
Yeah, that's why I'm dumping money into my Jeep right now because with the kid coming, I'm like, I'm gonna have no money.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not saying kids aren't expensive, but you can do it pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Just have your wife talk to my wife. She'll give her.
Your wife is great at saving money.
It's not even a saving money thing. It's like,
well, your wife is.
I think we've bought.
Your wife is
five
financially
boxes.
responsible.
Yeah, we've bought like 5 boxes of diapers in the last year and a half. Her parents find them for free places. It's wild. Like they showed up for Thanksgiving with a case of diapers, and her mom's like, "Yeah, I picked it up on the way over," and I'm like,
"Okay,
where do you keep finding all of this?" So, just saying, it can be done very cheaply.
Just got to do it right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
keep him alive. Change his diaper, or in your case, her diaper. You'll be fine.
Rock on McDonald's.
Not too much left to go on it, thankfully, and then hopefully maybe
there's a lot.
Yeah.
I appreciate Brian saying he mounted the fuse box. Zip tying it to the dash.
Hey,
no,
if it's mounted, it's mounted.
No. That was 100% a. Can we leave this here for now? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it out of the way? Yes.
It's like a trail fix. If it's fixed, it's fixed.
But it's not fixed. It's like that's an easy one that like we can whip something up on the plasma once that's up and running and a quick little.
Which
bend.
is coming soon, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the laptop is on its way. So the next.
You did get one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna consult you probably into like April, May for my laptop. Because I need more processing power.
Yeah. The laptops are it's always shitty dealing with laptops because you can crack them open, but it's really not worth it. Yeah.
Unless it's a Lenovo.
Yeah, unless it's a Lenovo.
Lenovo.
I didn't end up getting the Lenovo.
I know.
What'd you get?
An Asus.
Ah, those are good too. That's actually the one that I have at home.
So it was a better Black Friday deal, and when I Googled it, everyone's like, Lenovo's are great. Asus are better built and more durable. And I was like, oh, that sounds like it's up my alley.
Yeah, Lenovo's are definitely, like, they've turned into the school computers.
I mean, and that's, everyone said it was a matter of, it's a really good computer, but the one I was looking at specifically, the reviews where it was slow, where the Asus one that I found was not slow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call it fast, but I also don't know if I would know the difference.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of that, too,
well,
is
I think
like,
for what you're using
it
for,
you're not going to need a ton.
Yeah, I'm not going to actually do any of the CAD drawing on the laptop. That's all going to be done.
Well, when it comes to like video processing and like video cards and all that stuff, you're looking to like the above $1,000 computers. Yeah. For what you're doing, a sub $1,000 computer is easily done.
Well, and I've learned.
I like how you're saying it just as above $1,000.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know when I buy my new laptop, my new gaming laptop for all the video shit that we're gonna start getting into, it's gonna be like $2,500 for a laptop.
You could, if you have the space, you can do something better for the same amount of money in a desktop.
The portability of the laptop is what I need.
Well, but that's the thing for editing. You really shouldn't have a portable setup. It should be an at-home setup.
For as much as the podcast moves, though, it needs to be portable.
I think too, for what we're doing,
we haven't filmed 2 episodes in the same physical location
back to back
since
Expo. But that's got really nothing to do with it.
Then I need to export the card and export the video, and I do all that on site. I would argue for organization.
We're also not doing enough video editing to justify an editing setup. Like a whole computer, whole desktop is not worth it. Because like even the basic editing I did for the first one, like you're just reordering clips, adding transitions, and cutting stuff out. It's not like we're not doing special effects. We're not doing a ton of graphics work where you need it. You just need something that will do it faster and efficiently. Yeah. Not so much better. Like if we get to a point where we're doing like movie quality editing where we want effects and
that's a studio at that point.
But that's my point. Like we're not doing that ourselves. Yeah. Like for what we're capable of doing it's very like.
I mean,
it's iMovie level stuff on an iPad. Like
with time and effort put in over the next few years, we could get there where we're doing it ourselves. I believe.
No. But what I'm saying is, if we get to the point where we are doing those videos, we're paying somebody to do the video part of follow us around with a camera with good microphones.
But then we're doing the editing, and it's our full-time job.
No.
All right.
No,
because there's people that have literally dedicated their lives to learning that trade.
Yeah, it's like,
what you learn in the next 2 to 3 years will never eclipse someone who's been doing it for 15. And that's nothing against you. Yeah. It's just that is like evolving along with the technology. Like there's some people out there that just it's ridiculous what they will do. If we're
getting the views where we're doing movie like videos, like where we're doing that
Like
production
Story
level
Till
stuff.
Now level videos.
Right. Like you got to remember, a lot of these guys, even like Tony Angelo and Freiberger, and them, they all have film and movie backgrounds, right? So for them to do the basic editing themselves, they've done it previously prior to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But even like Finnegan's always one I use as the example. He does all of his normal videos himself. But
then this race week he
like
just
for
did.
drag week, he's paying somebody to follow them around with cameras and produce, I don't know, 2 or 3 parts that are 2.5 hours long each. Right, like so. Even the guy who does it every day as his full-time job is paying somebody on
fair.
top of that extra. Which is why I'm like, if we're gonna get to that point, because like that's a completely different level of editing where you're adjusting color. You're not just putting on a base filter on Instagram. Like,
Well, that's also from the filming aspect. That's
Right.
knowing how to get the right shot, where to position
Yeah.
yourself,
Right.
because like that can make it so much easier for the editing when you have the appropriate shot and you're not having to like work through bad light and all that crap.
I will say, being 3 episodes worth of content in, I think we've learned a lot on video shot.
yeah,
all that.
I'm curious. I haven't like gone through any of the footage from this weekend.
Oh yeah,
yet.
I need to export all this stuff before I leave today.
So I'm curious to see how it goes. Like, there's a few things that I picked up on from the first video that I'm like, we should have done this differently.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and like, I'm not saying your phone is bad, but I think I don't think it's the best camera we could be using. I do think the iPhones are better cameras, personally.
Okay. But like I said, come the new year, I will be ordering a nice video camera.
Yeah.
which
That's a
will
different
help
story.
a ton.
Yeah. So, what else we got going on? There's about.
I don't know. I've kind of come up with a build plan for the
when-
JK
When is this coming out?
the week that we leave for PRI. So it'll be the 9th
I mean, that's kind of a big announcement that I don't think we've
PRI.
like.
I think we've talked about PRI a ton.
Yeah, but have we talked about the fact that we actually have legitimate media credentials for it?
Oh yeah, that we're actual media people. That's
Yeah.
pretty wild.
It is. Like our name, it's our names, the Dirt Drive Podcast, and then it says
Media.
Yeah.
/ podcast.
It is pretty cool.
It's pretty
pretty
fucking cool.
wild.
Like I it was cool getting the
What
SEMA
should make it-
badges for the first time.
Yeah.
It makes me think, what are their standards? Their standards are pretty low for media.
Are they though? Because
I mean, we have been doing this for 2.5 years at this
Yeah.
point.
yeah, we're
100 and,
Well,
this is
and
130,
140.
133 is
Well,
today.
Think of all the people
Yeah,
we've talked
133.
to as well, right? Like
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's
Well-
not like it's just been the 3 of us for 2.5 years
was-
sitting in a garage, never talking to anyone but ourselves.
Right.
Like
It was-
we've
and
taken
that-
the trips, we've spoken to people, we've gone to the shows. Like
And we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
I had that realization when I was sending in the stuff for the media credit, because I was like, all right, which episodes am I going to link? And I just scrolled through the website. I'm like, oh yeah, here's the episode we did in DC with Senator Mark Maynard, Dave Cole, Tom Zielinski, and Jed. Oh, and then a month prior to that, we had Eric Miller on. Oh, and then a month prior to that, we had Kevin Jones on. Oh, and then we also did this episode with these people. And I'm like, yeah, we do some pretty legit stuff.
Yeah. It's been, I get sappy all the time. It's been fucking cool, man. This podcast thing has been really cool.
Yeah.
It's been a pain in the ass.
Like-
and I've gotten a lot of fights with my wife over it. But it's been really cool.
You know what that means?
you're
been
doing
work-
something right.
You're doing
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah.
Because
Why is it taking so much of your time?
I was gonna say if she was going, I can't believe you're getting the podcast done without like wasting time. You're not putting enough time into it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've had the conversation with her too. I'm like, hey, I know the podcast's been a pain in the ass and like an arguing point in our marriage. We're starting to do YouTube videos now.
It's not that big of a deal.
I gotta tell her that I spent 2 days at the 2 full 8-hour days at the shop. We only got 3 episodes worth of content. She's like, you could have done like 8 podcast episodes, more than that.
Yeah, but we got.
Well, see, but that's
I don't know. I think
good.
this was
She has
this
a
was
frame
very-
of reference.
This was a very efficient weekend for content creation.
Yeah.
We had to pivot on the project, so it wasn't quite what we wanted to do. But
Yeah.
that's
I mean, pulling that head off will do that.
well, it wasn't even. It was pulling the intake off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We pulled the intake off.
We don't want to give
Spoiler.
away too many spoilers. Yeah.
And we had to pivot, which
Pivot.
Pivot.
because like I was not really planning on doing the frame to this extent this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goal was to wire, like clean, like clean it up, wire it, and see if the engine would run.
Sure.
So
No, we're
that
not
didn't
doing
work.
that.
Yeah.
It's been pretty fun to watch you go back and forth on picking it up, being like, oh yeah, it should run, and then it being stuck.
Well,
And then being like, oh, it might be locked up. And then
It
like a
wasn't
week
locked
later,
in.
oh, it's not locked up. Oh, good. And now it's pulled apart. It's like,
I will argue.
the ups and downs are wild.
Yeah. It's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, it is.
If I didn't do this professionally and didn't know any better,
You wouldn't touch it.
I never would have pulled the intakes.
Yeah.
And it probably would run okay.
Enough.
But it would have been like, man, it probably needs valve guide seals. It's burning oil like crazy and runs like crap. And then I would have pulled the head and been like, oh.
How did this run?
And it would have been such a backward step at that point that, like, it would have been way more depressing, which is
Yeah.
why it's totally worth doing it now.
Yeah.
But you'll have to follow us on YouTube to find out what we're talking about.
Bingo. Another cool thing that you have done this week is you're doing the next 24 hours of Appalachia.
Oh, yeah. I did sign up for that.
Yeah.
When is that one?
March 4th.
Yeah, it's
Woof.
the Mothman's Revenge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
starting in Point Pleasant, ending at Seneca Rocks.
Yeah. I did.
So reverse.
Reverse.
Yeah, I did
with
not-
with more with Jed has told me there's more challenges this route. It's still going to be the easiest of the series.
The way it was described is it's a little less here's the map, see it when I see you, and more of a like they've added the checkpoint process.
Yeah.
So like it's a little bit
More legit.
It's not even legit, it's just more direct,
Organized.
more organized.
Yeah.
Which is kind of making
Yeah.
me more excited for it.
Yeah.
Like I did not miss the Kentucky one. Like I didn't have FOMO for Kentucky, but the second one in July.
Oh, yeah.
Like that looked like such a good route, and like just seeing the way that event has blown up
yeah.
in a year.
I'm excited
so-
for him. It's like, it's fun.
So he's been texting me pretty much constantly since he released it. I got updates a few hours in that he was at 90 registrants. And then
I believe it.
literally as of yesterday, which was the 29th, today's the 30th, he was at 130 full-size registrations.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
He did-
That's
yeah.
so many.
Yeah. Well, and that's like
Well, they're also not doing moto because it's going to be
Yeah.
cold.
yeah.
Oh,
I think they're doing side-by-side, but no moto.
Yeah, they're doing it side by side.
I mean,
But yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
yeah. I don't know.
It was
why
cold
everybody
enough
did that.
last time being in a full car.
Yeah.
Well, they had to change the route because there was still snow on the ground in March.
Yeah. I hope this. Like, I think they did it better with Kentucky, as far as not putting the route out ahead of time.
So you couldn't have guys like me
Yeah.
just digging in.
Hey, man.
Well, but even like when they did it in July, Eric Miller basically pre-ran the whole thing and had full race notes for the entire route.
Yeah. Because he used his software.
Yeah,
His race software. Yeah.
Him and Nate literally had the entire thing pre-run with like
lame.
it was like I can only imagine it was like an
The
actual
drinking in the
rally
mic.
race where like Nate's just in there left 5 over crest to right 4
Well, so when I did the
downhill, rock on the left
when I did the
So calm.
4 right.
So calm and tranquil.
the Williamsburg volunteer firehouse fundraiser,
Oh, yeah.
we ran or we did the trail ride. Part of our trail ride was on that route that they did with Eric.
Okay.
And the section we did was like 50-mile-an-hour highway. You come off a trail, you hit a highway,
Yeah.
50 miles an hour. Someone told me that Eric lost the route and he was running up the creek bed at 50 miles an hour in a JK. But it was like a nice
I mean-
nice creek bed with like
That doesn't surprise me.
I don't know,
It's also Eric.
Yeah,
he,
it was-
he probably was like, "Wow, this is an awesome
This is
trail."
great.
softball sized rocks for a mile. and he was
He
running
didn't
up.
even feel that. He didn't
Yeah.
even feel that.
Just another day.
So
He might as well have been driving on pavement.
he'll probably be at the March one.
I hope so.
That'll be fun.
I mean, at this point, outside of the Spider 9s, like our Jeeps are almost identical. Although I think he's long armed.
Yeah, he is long armed.
I'm just hoping I'm hoping I have
Freaking
37s by then.
Rockcrawler sent him the long arms for that event.
I know.
That's what he told us.
Yeah.
Freaking race car
mean-
drivers. Freaking race car drivers, man.
I mean, they hooked us up with the aluminum arms on on the shop Jeep.
You just got to get the steering to match now.
Yeah, I know.
Do you not have steering on that Jeep?
So I have the old Rockcrawler Pro X steering. They've updated their ends, but I want to get the polished aluminum like tie rod ends to match the aluminum control arms.
Yep.
So it would be awesome. It'd be really awesome if we can get the wrap done before March.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah. Please.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Sir.
While we're talking about like, subscribing, and sharing, this will come out December 9th.
Yep.
We're not going to tell you what shirts, but come the first of the year, the whole month of January, we will be doing a pre-order for the shirts. Shout out to I'm not going to say how many because it makes me sad. There was people that bought the first shirts. Not as many as I wanted, but people bought them. I loved it. I made them all myself in my house. Shipped them with stickers.
So if there's any problems, contact him directly.
There wasn't because
it's like Snap-on. There's a lifetime warranty, but it goes through Tim.
Yeah. I had to remake a shirt.
Only a shirt? That's pretty
Only
good.
a shirt. Yeah, I'm pretty good at the cricket thing. But yes, they were
Don't
made
give
by
away your secrets.
With love.
They were made by me in my house.
Yeah.
On like
Probably while sausage and peppers are in the oven.
Yep.
There's definitely gonna be some dog hair stuck to the vinyl or the silkscreen, whatever.
Yeah, it was a lot of tweezers.
Odin likes to give you a free gift with every purchase.
If we have stickers, I will send a sticker pack with it.
Yeah.
I'll send if we have partner stickers.
This isn't the shirt. This isn't the shirt we're gonna make, but we really do need a design for we're mowing it at night.
Mowing at night.
That was from the episode we recorded yesterday.
Yeah.
Tim was talking about how he put pod lights on his lawnmower, and I was like, oh, so you can go mowing at night?
I had a feeling that's where that was going.
So I'm like, that's a t-shirt. We need a t-shirt. We're mowing it at night.
If we have partner stickers, I will send you partner stickers. I did Gearhead stickers.
Oh, yeah.
And I did Adam stickers. I'll try and get more partner stickers. I'll give you order shirts. I'll send you whatever the hell we have when it comes to stickers.
We give away so much horsepower here. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Five per.
If you've upsized your tires recently, you need some horsepower. Order a t-shirt. You get free horsepower.
And then it helps us wrap the shop Jeep.
Yeah.
So more people can follow us and we wrap more Jeeps and sell more t-shirts and make more cool content.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
big things coming.
Yeah, I think 25 is going to be a fun year.
25 is going to be really fun. Especially if we keep
an
up
impromptu year in review.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, especially if we keep up the full, I'll say full length, not the Instagram, TikTok length videos.
Oh, yeah.
If we keep up the full length content videos, it's going to be really fun. Because, we've had a lot of fun weekends recently.
Yeah.
Doing this in the shop over 2 days, just getting greasy, dirty, turning wrenches. Yeah. It's one of the most fun weekends I've had in a really long time.
Well, that's because you're a bum and you don't hang out anymore.
I try to.
We do this all the time. We do this Monday through Friday.
5 days a week.
Literally every day. You can come get greasy and dirty anytime you want.
When YouTube starts paying what my day job starts paying, I'll be here all the time.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Dang.
Still waiting.
Yeah, for real.
Come on, YouTube.
Buy our shit.
Please.
Or send the check.
Please.
Send the check.
Please, for the love of God. We have small children.
And rich wives.
Don't let them hear that.
What else? Oh, we talked last week about my Black Friday purchases. I've finally come up with a build plan for the JK.
Oh.
I'm going to do my overland build out, which is almost done.
Roof rack.
With the roof rack. And then I'm going to do I just got to buy the winch plate from you and then buy the winch.
Yeah.
And then my overland build out's done.
Yeah.
I gotta convince AK to buy a new rear bumper so I can have his.
It's not gonna happen.
I know, I want that bumper so bad.
Go online.
But then once the overland build out's done, which is literally just the roof rack and a winch, is then I'm gonna start doing the Rocklander. I'm gonna completely redo the suspension to long arms, good shocks.
Okay.
And probably a 35.
I think
with a Dana 44 eventually.
The problem with long arming the 2-door is if you don't stretch the rear, you're really limited in travel. Like, it's not worth it.
Well, maybe I'll stretch the rear. But what I want to do is
Okay, so you're going to do a fuel cell custom exhaust. Put the fuel cell in your only storage where all of your overlanding stuff is.
I need to figure out the logistics of if I were to stretch it. I would need to figure out the logistics. But
I would say
what I want to do is I want to do like a full suspension build out with it. Yeah. So whether it be like the rock crawlers,
just do
short arms,
just do a full. I mean, it's officially a mid arm with rock crawler.
Yeah.
So do the full mid arm with with good shocks, good springs. It's gonna ride better. You're gonna get more flex out of it just with control arms. But like doing long arms, I'm like on the 2-door is just not. I don't think
the TJ is unbelievable. Like Tom Miller, my father-in-law, his TJ long armed is ungodly good.
Right, but
so I imagine the JK is probably the same. You do long arms in a JK, it's still going to be ungodly good. It's not gonna get you as much flex as a stretched one.
Yeah,
but it's still going to be 1,000 times better than short arms.
Yeah, I mean my whole thing with it is it's a big expense in general to do long arms to be limited by geometry. So like that's the benefit of stretching it is you get the extra money to do the stretch, you're gaining that in performance, where the extra money to do long arms over short arms, I don't think you're really gaining that much on the 2-door. Just because of limitations like
I mean I agree with you.
Gas tank and everything else that the JK has over the TJ. Like the TJ has a lot more space to work, but
I think
we can do more research.
Eventually, which is like a few years down the road, a full Rocklander build out on that thing, so it can really do everything I want to do. Is like, I know it's a 2-door and it's not going to do the family thing that well.
Well,
but it'll still do it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, at some point, I'd like to get it like an actual daily driver family overlander. At some
I know
point
your push for the family overlander, like it makes perfect sense. I'm just telling you from experience, you've got 3 to 4 years before you have to worry about putting somebody in the back seat.
Oh, I understand that.
Your 3.6 will probably blow up before then.
I'll swap it.
Yeah. And like by then, like
if I LS swap it, I can't call it the hemorrhoid then. That's the only reason I want to put a Hemi in it.
My guess is
literally the only reason.
My guess is in 3 to 4 years, when you have a second kid, your wife will probably convince you to buy a new Sequoia.
It's fair,
and you won't need the Jeep for overlanding anymore, and you can just stretch it and make it a rock crawler.
Well, so my thought with the Jeep is no matter what happens in the future, I've kind of ruled out the motorcycle thing. It'll be my quick
load. All of our friends have.
Yeah. Frickin' Freddie's selling his bike. He's like, hey,
no, he's raffling his bike.
Whatever he's doing.
Big difference.
He asked me if I wanted to buy a raffle spot. I'm like, Freddie, if you get rid of the bike, who am I going to ride with?
That's exactly what I told him. I'm like, if my friend's selling his bike, who am I going to ride bikes with?
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Did I see Jed posted his for sale too?
No, Jed didn't post his for sale. Jed got his back. And I said, don't be an idiot and hurt yourself.
I could have sworn I saw him get it back. I could have sworn he had. No, he didn't. Did he share somebody else's motorcycle for sale?
He's so excited to have that bike back. He's never going to sell that.
I mean, yeah.
I could have sworn he definitely shared. Freddie. He definitely shared a post of a motorcycle for sale, and I thought it was his.
But that's my idea for the Jeep is I'll keep it in perpetuity. It'll be my load up quick. It's just me going out with the boys this weekend. I'll take the Jeep. We'll do a little more technical stuff.
Yeah.
Have fun. And then have a bigger vehicle that will be my daily driver.
Be your wife's daily driver.
Be my wife's daily driver. Yeah,
I'm just being realistic.
Yeah, that's fine. She'll have that nice new vehicle. Yeah, she always will. She deserves it. She's got to put up with me. Yeah. Hey, Trevor. I saw and heard that.
This is gonna bother me now because I swear to you, I saw Jed selling a Honda something or other. Jed posts a lot.
He does.
I mean,
but it works.
Kind of his job.
Yeah. It works. Personal page. He shared his.
Yeah, but a lot of that. I mean, he probably is just in the habit, so he has pictures and he just throws them up there.
He shared his the insights, the social media. What's the actual word I want? To see how you're doing. Statistics, whatever it is. That's not the actual word I want.
Analytics.
But that's not the word either.
That's absolutely the
Is
word.
it? Okay. He shared me his, and I'm like, God damn it. He's like, yeah, I post all the time. I'm like, I understand how to do it. I just don't want to. I need someone like you for me, so we can grow more.
It's called just suck it up.
I know. I understand that.
You are literally living the you want your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like you want 1 million clicks, but you don't want to actually be on social media to get 1 million clicks.
I understand that.
Okay.
Which I mean, I can absolutely appreciate that.
Yeah,
'cause it'll drive you nuts if you let it.
I give up.
And it does.
I can't find it.
Give up. Do it. Speaking of giving up, I think we're giving up on this episode. How far in are we, Tom?
Far enough.
Far enough? All right, guys. Well,
Yeah, I can't find it.
Trevor's making noises in the mic. Trevor, we need more boys episodes. We need to get all 4 of us back for an episode soon.
Yeah, PJ needs to stop dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
He sent me a text last night. He goes, "It's so hard to unpack when you're dying," and I was like,
I mean, I feel
Damn it,
bad
dude.
for him because he had to go clean the rental house
Yeah.
too.
"Yeah,
But he got his deposit back.
Yes,
he
he
texted
did.
us
He
today.
did. Yep."
Yes, he did.
Good for him.
I mean, kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
It's about in the same shape it was when they moved in.
It's probably
If
better.
anything,
It's better.
They should have paid him more because they've improved it so much.
Yeah. But
They
go
need to
like,
demolish.
subscribe, and share. This is the week of PRI. So there should be an episode on Friday,
Follow the.
the 13th. That's
Alright.
2 weeks from the last one.
Video.
Yeah,
Video
yeah.
episode,
There should
sorry.
be a new episode,
Yeah,
video
yes.
episode on Friday.
Yeah, I'll try and get that done before we leave.
So go look for that.
Follow the socials.
Follow that,
We'll be
yeah.
posting from PRI a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be really
road
fun.
tripping it. It'll be a good time.
If you are sick of the shitty audio quality in the videos, know it's getting better. I
Yeah.
just ordered the
Please
good
give
mics.
us a second chance.
Give us a 4th chance, because it'll be the 4th video.
If you
with the-
didn't watch episodes 2 and 3, go back and watch episodes 2 and 3.
well, 2 and
Yeah.
3 aren't yet. 2 comes out
They will be.
on Friday.
Oh,
3 comes out 2
all
weeks
right.
from Friday.
So follow along on social media. We'll let you know if the audio is any better in episode 2. It should be better.
It should be.
way better.
yeah, we're
Because we actually made sure the mics were turned on this time.
That'll do
that
it.
was episode 3. That was episode 3.
No, in episode 1, the mics are not on. We've gone over this.
Either way, we'll figure it out. Episode 4, we have new mics. We're learning a lot as we're going.
Yeah.
If you're
good at this, if this is what you do for a living,
please help.
please help.
Help.
What's the little kid meme?
Eating wasabi.
Help me.
She's eating
Yeah.
wasabi.
Help
You want to try that? No. Yes.
Help me.
Help.
Either way, we're middle of December. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming up. Please spend time with your family. Appreciate every second of it, because if you have the opportunity to do it, it's awesome, and we love our families. I mean, you just gotta be thankful for what you have. I don't know.
You're talking like someone died.
This is gonna be a Jesse moment from Fast and the Furious. I'm thankful for ball bearing turbos, standalone ECUs, wire wheels, flap discs, and 95s from Harbor Freight that don't keep the dust out of your nose.
Fair. Yeah, we were full PPE and still
Yeah.
blowing black boogers.
High quality bourbon.
Yes, I'm looking at that right
Hey, the
there.
sand cabinet
That's
stuff.
bad day bourbon.
The sand cabinet stuff you got from Harbor Freight did its job.
That yes, sandblasters. That's gonna be a theme in episode 3.
Yes.
It's fun.
Either way, shirts coming out. Pre-order shirts coming out.
Mowing them at night.
January.
Coming out and coming off.
Shirts is. Ooh, fuck.
You're gonna have to blur that.
Nope,
No,
not doing it. I'm,
It's
I should
C17
be
up
out
in
of frame
here.
now.
I'm zooming in on it. You're getting full belly on that shot.
You're gonna be able to feel that hair.
Bristly.
It's a good thing we don't. It's a good thing Tim's phone doesn't record in HD. 4K. You
Hey.
would count the hair.
We're gonna wrap it up. We appreciate you guys. We will see you next week.
Woo!
You don't hit the button. It's red, right? We
The
recorded
button.
that. We recorded that, right? No.